Tennessee's Cumberland Plateau is a wonderland of scenic areas, and I recently did a solo backpack in one of the best, the South Cumberland State Park. Starting at the top right on this map, going to the small wilds campsite at top left, and going out in the red trail, which is first the Climbers Trail and then the Fire Gizzard Trail, and then returning all the way on the blue trail, which is the Fire Gizzard Trail. Here's the trailhead for Foster Falls and the Fire Gizzard Trail, picnic shelter, and there's bathrooms and a huge parking lot shown here. There's a campground just off a ways, and I think this is the trailhead for Foster Falls and the small group campground that I'm heading to. And reservations are required for the campsites here. Otherwise, I guess you're under the new state law committing a felony for camping in an unauthorized place. Surely there's this sign pointing the way down to the falls and the Climbers Trail that I'm going to take, and also the trail along the rim of the Fire Gizzard Trail. After a really short walk coming from over there down to this platform that I'm standing on, observation platform, there's a quick view of the falls from above. There's a trail that goes down to the falls and then another above the falls. You get down to the base of the falls, part of it anyway, some stairs and steps. And quickly some overhanging cliffs that this area is famous for. There's the bluff and the steps coming down. This is the swinging bridge at the bottom of the canyon, which crosses Little Gizzard Creek and which is used to access Foster Falls just to the left. Foster Falls, beautiful waterfall, and a little pool down below. As I get down the gorge a ways, the canyon walls are immense and beautiful. Way, way, way up above the trail, and I'm hiking along the bottom. With the creek down below us. And here is an absolutely huge rock wall. Gosh, I bet it's an acre in size or more. And this is the Rock Climbers Trail, they call it. And don't know whether you can see, but there's white patches of chalk going up where climbers have followed a route up to the top. Starting somewhere down here. Here's a really hard climbing route, 510, I don't know. There's a bolt right there that they've hammered into the sandstone. And there's another one right there that gives them protection as they climb up what's a really difficult section all the way up to the top.
Oh, what was that?
Okay.
Yeah, I hope so. We're fine. One. Let's see it. Oh, nice, dude. You're awesome, Jacob. You're all my draws for me. You got it. Boop. How did I do this? You've done it before.
Finally, the trail is heading back up to the rim. The trail I'm on is called the Climber's Loop, but this goes up those steps to the rim. Very tough walking so far. Well, I just finished the Climber's Loop gorge section, and it's really a tough trail right along the base of the cliffs, up and down and around, and very rocky. Saw a lot of climbers, and now I'm up on the plateau above, and it's supposed to be pretty easy from here on, so we'll see. I'm going to the small group campsite, I think it's called, and have a site reserved above a creek, and looking forward to it. That section down in the gorge got me tired for sure. So I came down from Foster Falls up that way,
and then down Little Gizzard Creek to its junction with Laurel Branch, which I'm pointing to here, that comes down from the distance there, and then goes down and meets the fiery Gizzard Creek, I guess it is, on down. I was too late for wildflowers pretty much, although there were some mountain laurel coming out, and also some of these daisy-like flowers. This is the first of two small creeks that the trail crosses on the way to the Small Wilds campsite.
Once I got on the plateau, it was really easy. Pretty flat, and nice trail.
And here's the second small creek that the trail crosses.
The woods on the plateau are very open. The gorge is right over there, but you can see how open the woods are. And here's the directional sign for the campsites. Strange name. It used to be owned by TVA, and it was called TVA Small Wilds Campsite. They've kept the Small Wilds part. Trail goes on that way, down the gorge, or the rim of the gorge, and the campsites are over there. Finally, after somewhere around 3 miles and around 3 hours of hiking, I'm at the TVA Small Wild Areas campsite. It's a huge campsite with lots of campsites, and I've got to find number 6, which I think is right over there. Campsites scattered everywhere. Finally found number 6, which is what I've got reserved. Oh, right over here is supposed to be right above the creek. And nice fire ring, and somebody's left some firewood there. The creek is right down there. Well, it's getting towards 6 o'clock, and I've got everything pretty much set up. I got the tent behind me here, and I think now I'm going to take a short hike on down a trail a ways. Here's the creek I'm camping by, going over the cliff down into the valley. Here's the viewpoint, looking down
into Laurel Branch Valley, and Little Gizzard Valley is back up the valley there to the left, and this is at an overlook not far from the camp.
And some nice bluffs over there. Well, this is the turnaround point for me, for sure. The sign would discourage most people, and looking at it, the descent here, that is the trail. Standing on top of it, goes relatively straight down to the river, which you can hear, or creek, which you can hear down there, and then up the other side and down that side to the fiery Gizzard Creek. Here's my water source. Great clean water right upstream of the bridge that I crossed just a few minutes ago going on up the trail. Well, it's around 7:30 and incredibly comfortable, dry, no bugs, and a great campsite. Nobody else here. The babbling brook right over there. High 70s, I guess, today. Low 50s probably tonight. So really perfect for backpacking, and totally blue sky above. I'm getting ready to cook dinner. In fact, I'm heating boiling water right now. And my dinner is good to go, classic marinara with pasta. The sun is just about to drop behind the trees there, beyond my tent. Well, it's around 8:30 and I've had dinner. Sun is well set and I've got a fire going. It's gotten a little cool actually. So the fire feels good. And not too long, by 9 I'll be in the tent probably. Well, it's toward 8:30 Eastern time. I'm not using Central time, which is what it is where I am. Started getting up 7:45, high 40s last night, and no sounds except some birds in the creek. So a great night for sleeping. And going to have breakfast and head out. The hike out today is really easy. And the sun started coming up early at about 8:15, I guess. Well, as I was leaving today, I found the best viewpoint of all. I had missed it yesterday. Huge rock bluff looking down, I guess, the Laurel Creek, and off to the left there is Little Gizzard Creek. And here's Laurel Creek going on down that way to fiery Gizzard Creek, and great bluffs right over there. That's where yesterday when I took the day hike, that's where I walked out on late yesterday. And the creek, you can hear it maybe down there that I camped on, and the campsite is up that way. On the last mile of the trail, there are some boardwalks. I'm not sure it's really necessary here because it's not wet, but anyway, it's easy to walk on. And lots of overlooks. There's another side trail going off to an overlook, and I'm a sucker to go out and look at all of them almost. Somebody left their water bottle. And Foster Falls is not far up the valley there. Okay, I'm back to Foster Falls, down below me this time. And a huge pool. It's at least 3/4 of an acre, maybe an acre, I guess. "60-foot drop. Beautiful waterfall. Beautiful pool. Amazingly, just after leaving the waterfall, I ran into good friends Steve and Karen, who are camping the campground and hiking. I'm passing by the Father Adma's campsites. Have no idea who the father was, but there's also several campsites up there, like the ones I stayed at, I guess.
Here's the bridge across Little Gizzard Creek, just upstream of the waterfall.
And here's the bridge across Little Gizzard Creek above the falls. The falls are just down there a short way. Beautiful creek.
Heading back up out of the valley on the other side of Little Gizzard Creek.
One last look at Foster Falls.